Hi, I'm Earl, and I've been writing software long enough to know that untested code is just a rumor. Today we're diving into unit testing in C#, specifically using xUnit and mock and answering the big question: do I really need to write tests for every method, or is that just a developer busy work? Stick around, we're going to look at a dead simple example that proves exactly why you should be testing your core logic. Why unit testing actually matters. Let's start with the basics. You're in an agile environment, CI/CD pipelines are chugging along, you've got microservices, APIs, Azure functions, the whole deal. You change one thing, push to main, and bam, somewhere down the chain something breaks. Good luck finding it without tests. Unit tests are your seatbelt. You don't just need them until you crash, but when you do, you'll wish you buckled up. Discontinued services.cs example. Let me show you what I mean. Here's a simple class called discount service. All it does is return price, either full price or 10% off if the user's a member. Now this looks innocent, right? But it's got logic. If there's logic, there's room for bugs. Here's the test class written with xUnit. Three tests, that's it. We cover the happy path for members, the happy path for non-members, and one nasty edge case. Boom, you've got confidence now. Best practices. Here's the deal. Test non-trivial logic. If it's got an if, a loop, or a calculation, test it. Don't waste time testing auto properties unless they grow fangs later. Name your tests like you actually care. Members get 10% off is better than test one, okay? And mock anything that hits an outside system. Databases, APIs, file systems. That's where mock shines. When should you unit test? Here's my rule of thumb. If it could break and make you look bad, test it. Business logic, yes. Edge cases, yes. Stuff with side effects, definitely. You don't need 100% coverage, but if your business logic isn't covered, you're rolling dice. Mock for the curious. We didn't use mock in that example because there was nothing to mock. But when you've got external dependencies, say a service that calls a payment processor, you don't want that real call in your test. Mock lets you fake that call and test the logic around it. Fast, reliable, and your tests don't need Wi-Fi to pass. Now, if you're working in Azure DevOps, or really any decent pipeline setup, here's what's expected. Your unit tests run automatically with every push. Tests fail, pipeline stops. You shoot for around 80% coverage, but more importantly, you cover anything that touches the customer's money or sanity. So here's the takeaway. Yes, test at the method level, especially when the method has logic that could bite you later. It's not about being a perfectionist. It's about shipping code that you're not afraid to stand behind. If this helped you, go ahead and click that like button. And if you want more no BS tech advice from someone who's been doing this longer than most devs have been alive, subscribe and drop your questions in the comments. I'm Earl. Thanks for hanging out. See you next time on Earlsplaining.